All right, so just another quick note on finding these motorcycles. The used ones that are like a very good deal. Someone was doing a serious amount of burnouts up here recently. And anyways, this bike, I've said it in a different video, but it was like $2,600, I believe, and it had 12 or 13,000 miles on it. It's a 20-year-old motorcycle. So the mainly what happens with these bikes is that the people that buy them never really ride them that much, especially in areas where the riding season is so short. So you might only ride it a few times a year, and most people, the bike just ends up sitting in a garage and not really being used. So as the years go by, there's a lot of motorcycles that end up being not really used very much. And this is a perfect example of this one being 20 years old. It's not perfect. It has a couple things, a couple small cosmetic things maybe, but could maybe use a new windscreen. This one's kind of getting a little bit hazy. But it has heated grips. It's got all the luggage on it. Very, very reliable bike. These bikes commonly go over 100,000 miles with just basic maintenance. So these are a really well designed machine, and this one, like I said, was for sale for like $2,500 or $2,600 with only 12,000 miles. I think it only has 17,000 miles on it now, a little bit less than 17. So I haven't even ridden it that much. I've had it about a year. But if you look on Facebook Marketplace is usually the best place to look. There's a lot of bikes that are 10 to 20 years old that are in similar condition to this one, and they just haven't been used very much. And they like I said, they just haven't been ridden. So these are designed to be ridden a lot, and if you know how to just do basic maintenance, you can have a really nice machine for a long time to come. So I'll start it up for you. You can hear the thing run. But if you buy a new motorcycle, you're not necessarily going to get the best deal, because it's new. It's going to be more expensive, and let someone else pay for the depreciation, right? This bike new, I'm sure, was probably close to $20,000 or more, but it basically is like a new bike to me, at least, because I won't start it yet. I'm not done talking. But it's basically like a new bike to me, because it's clean. It runs exactly like it did 20 years ago. It doesn't need a bunch of work, and it's turnkey, ready to go for a very insignificant amount of money. If you wanted to buy a new motorcycle today, you probably, for something similar to this, where it's somewhat of a touring motorcycle, this isn't a full-blown tour, but you could do 500-mile days on this pretty easily. It'd probably be close to $15,000, maybe more, depending on if you bought it new. So just look online. You can put your price range from like $2,000 to $5,000. You'll find plenty of options that have low miles on them, where you can get this bike could go across the country. Like I wouldn't have any hesitation about riding this all the way to New York or Florida on a 3,000-mile trip. It's in totally good condition, has low miles, it's ready to go, right? So that's what I would do if you're looking for a bike. Plus, the nice thing about buying these used bikes like this is that if you ever do want to sell it, you can pretty much always get your money back. You're not going to lose a lot of money. I spent $2,600 on this bike, so let's just say with all the tax and everything, I'm in like $3,000. If I wanted to sell this bike, even after riding it for 2 or 3 years, I could very easily get $3,000 back for this, because it's still worth that, right? If you buy a new bike and you don't really ride it, and then you wait 5 years to sell it, you might lose more than half of your value, because people don't want to pay a lot of money for a used bike, right? If you have more of a richer person, a lot of the time they're just going to buy a brand new bike, so they're willing to pay a lot of money for it. But the used bike is tough to sell, even if it has lower miles, you have to offer it at a low price, which if you're a buyer is great, because you can get a really great bike for not a lot of money. And if you plan on just riding it, you know, you can be happy and not spend a lot of money. So I'll start it. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know what bike you have, how much you spent on it. This is a pretty good deal for $2,600, right? Such low miles. It's got about 17,000 now, and you know, not a lot of money. So let me know what you think. It's pretty quiet too. It's not overly loud. That's what I like. Some of the other bikes, well, not, actually, I haven't really had a loud bike, but when it's really loud, you just annoy other people. I mean, I get that you want to be heard when you're on the streets and everything, so there's some merit to that. But yeah, this is kind of what I've always done for motorcycles. I've probably had 15 different motorcycles over the years, and you can get a good deal if you just find a used one and someone who doesn't really want it or need it anymore, and they're just trying to basically give it away. And this doesn't need any work. I haven't really done anything to this bike, and I've put 5,000 miles on it. So, and it has, like I said, it's got heated grips. You know, I wish it had a stereo, but this one doesn't, although it comes, that was an option on this bike. So I think you can still install it. But anyways, like and subscribe for more. You guys have a good one.